But by tonight, it'll be beaming back pictures, including images of Mars's blue sunsets. If the mission's successful, it's likely to pave the way for human exploration. Palatish reports.
Hurtling through space at up to 16,000 miles an hour, Pathfinder is due to enter the Martian atmosphere just after 6 this evening. It'll parachute onto the rocky terrain, surrounded by airbags. NASA scientists then have a nail-biting 4-hour wait before they know if the landing has been successful.
This business of going to Mars is a very risky business, and in the last 4 years or so, I think we've lost about 4 expeditions.
If it is, a small robotic beach buggy will roll down the ramp of the probe to begin its week-long exploration. These are the pictures Pathfinder took millions of miles from Mars. By tonight, there'll be close-ups of the dusty red landscape beamed back to Earth from the 2-lens camera on board the buggy. One of the main questions scientists would like to answer is if there's ever been life on Mars. They may not find out this time round, but they're confident it won't be long before humans are taking their first steps on the cold red planet. Paula Tish, GMTV News.
Back on Earth, it's men's semi-final day at Wimbledon, but after the...
Astronomers, he's on a live location, and my script says, do little green men really exist? He's probably done a runner now, but we could well find out later today when NASA's Pathfinder probe finally lands on Mars. Then a little robot explorer, that's the probe, and out of that comes, look, a little explorer smaller than a child's pedal car, will trundle out and set off to explore the surface of Mars, which is very cold and dusty, the red planet as we call it. But what will that robot, known as a Sojourner, actually do? Joining us now from the Mullard Observatory in... Oh, good morning, Dr. Catchpole. What's that you've got in your hands there?
Well, I thought we're going to talk about Mars, so I bring my own Mars with me, and thought you might like to know where it's all going to happen, and it's going to happen right here in this little valley here. So this is Mars.
So that's where the Pathfinder little robot is. Now, Robin, I grew up in the era of the manned moon landings, which was very, very exciting. Is this just as exciting for us now? Should we be just as excited?
Oh, yes, we certainly should, because it's 20 years or so since we've really been to Mars, and things have advanced a lot, and it's going to be very exciting to see what we see when we get there.
You've got that whacking great satellite behind you. Now, that's either you get a very, very good reception on the movie channel, or is that how the pictures are coming back?
Indeed they are. It'll be not through these particular ones, but this is the kind of equipment you need to get it. That's right.
Now, there'll be lots of mums watching who I'm sure that the children will be very interested in this, and it's like when I was at school, we did lots of projects and stuff. Will there be a big educational benefit for the children of the world from this probe?
Oh, I'm sure there will, because what's very exciting is, as you mentioned, we want to see if we can get rid of the Mars, if we can find out if there was any life on Mars. I think that's the big challenge, and what we're seeing is the start of a whole sequence of satellites that are going to visit Mars, and hopefully culminating in people going to Mars sometime in the start of the next century.
Now, Robin, when we talk about life on Mars, I was being facetious when we talk about little green men. I mean, we don't really mean that. When we talk about the evidence of life, what do scientists really mean?
I think we certainly don't mean little green men. I think it would be very exciting if we could find any evidence of even the most primitive life. As you know, throughout the universe, we see the building blocks of life, and there was all this excitement last year about possibly seeing fossilized bacteria, if you like, in a meteor that had come from Mars. Well, of course, eventually we're going to be able to look around Mars itself and see if we can see anything.
It's all fascinating stuff. Now, one thing I've heard about Mars and all the publicity that surrounded this, is it true that they have blue sunsets there?
Well, we were talking about this earlier on, and I don't think it is true. You see, there's a lot of dust on Mars, and although, you know, the blue light, the light gets scattered, there's a lot of dust, and it's still going to make a red sunset, I reckon, at least when the sun's low down.
Well, because you know what they say, blue sky at night. You're in for a fright. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
Robin Catchpole there, live from Cambridge. Thank you very much. And we'll all look with great interest when we see those first pictures beamed back to Earth as the day goes on. Thank you very much.
Bye. Yes, we will. Lots of you being watching.